Hi there. Today I'm going to tell you the non-academic topic. It's actually a part of our internal faculty session. So the topic is 3D printing. Uh, you know, I've been so curious to know what is 3D printing, and I hope most of you might be wanted to know what is meant by 3D printing. It's a it's one of the topic that is highlighted mostly in the field of medicine and physics and instrumentation, whatnot. Everything is being fascinated by 3D printing. As I used to go through a lot of magazines, the knowledge-based magazines, they always talk about this regarding the equipment, so on. So now I'm going to tell you what is 3D printing and how it's going to revolutionize the material designing in future. What is the process of 3D printing? And at end, I should talk about my field, so applications in medicine as well. Now, what is 3D printing? 3D printing refers to relatively new class manufacturing methods where the producing the prototypes based on the computer aided design. You can call CAD is one of the huge software which is helpful in making the designs. The big buildings generally modeled inside the CAD. We have various system-based softwares are there. So there we try to make the models, and these models will be made as prototypes. Generally, these ones have a lot of challenges. The challenge is whenever you make certain model in CAD and you want it to be made as it is, there might be a lot of traditional drawbacks or flaws. If you look at them, you cannot make each component. I mean, the each component has to be made differently or in different parts, and then it has to be combined. So this one is not so friendly for anyone. And you can see here one of the traditional model for this remote control. The prototype has to be like this, and then all the things will be combined. For example, if you see here, there will be three molds. I think the front mold, back mold, and I think this might be the rubbers, so where the rubber holds on. This is one of the practically difficult thing. So the 3D printing has actually answered this. It can be easily applicable to an ant to elephant. So anything can be made quite easily without the complications. And the geometrical complexity. When I talk about the traditional malting method, for example, you will be coming across making idols quite easily. The biggest Ganeshas we made during that season. I think even that could be a challenging thing because the front, back, the 360-degree view is always difficult to make through molds. And one more problem with the molds is when you make something, you cannot able to make the another mold. It's always difficult where one mold cannot give the complexity or the variations for 100 models. So that's also a challenging thing where 3D printing is also not going to say no for the geometrical complexity. And now the working, how does 3D printer actually works? So these rapid prototyping method, the computer model will be connected here, and you can see the liquefiers, the stored. Generally, just think that it is plastic, the liquid plastic, where I think these regions are liquefiers. They might have certain temperature where it helps in liquefying it quite fastly, and these ones are going to move quite faster based on the prototype. These are going to form the part. You can see the part support, and the part is being made. I hope it's quite evident and you can understand this. Got it? The support material spool will be there, and the foam base which avoids contact the newly producing part contact with the hot thing. And the next you can see the filaments are being moved, and you can see this arrow refers to it can move 360 degrees freely. So based on the CAD model, it can give complete flexibility. All right, next let us look at The quick view. The quick view is nothing but where I found one of the uh, movie by Jackie Chan showing how does it works. I have a small clip of it. Let us see this. I think it's a better explanation, but there are quite fictional things as well. And if you have seen that movie Chinese to Die by Jackie Chan, where the scanning will be done in different country, and in London, I think London or Paris, the printing might be handed over to him. So it is one of the amazing technology that we have. And let us look at the applications. First is the industries, form, fit, and function will be satisfied completely. And validation of invention is also done. Whatever inventions, they're completely validated through the models through 3D printing. Let us come to the women's benefit of this 3D technology, the jewelry designing. So the future is going to be very, very specific to each one that they can able to go and they can show their finger and they can demand similar fitting size jewelry. Great thing for you women out there, and it's very very promising for you. And next is medical implantations. We have a problem with medical implantations whenever the operations are being conducted and whenever there is some inflammation of the body organs. So the organs that we produce under the normal conditions may not grow as fit as possible. And also generally, I can say I'm going to show you as an example here. So you can see the damage on the skull here. We if you go through the manual scaling and manual fitting, it might not be possible. So these 3D implants is very perfectly fitting there, so that the tissue what we produce through the artificial tissue culture method, it is purely fitting the body parts, so that the physicians and patients, so it is one of the friendly technique. And now the materials. The materials are generally, it depends on what industry they require. So here I have a list of materials. It may not be so relevant for me to explain you about this, but still I want to show you the variations of materials, because the biocompatible materials always needed to be uh, approved by certain authorities, and they should be very friendly for the living being to carry on. And whereas the metallic materials and polymers, so these are quite easily made, and the utilization and also the models, the the preliminary models are also easily done through this. Now the limitations. So this is one of the annoying thing about 3D printing. So the cost. So traditional systems go off the track. I found this information from Harvard Business Review. HBR, one of the pioneer organizations which releases a lot of business prospect information. They found that because of the development of 3D technology, there might be traditional molding process which may include 100 to 200 people. They may lose jobs, but still it has a lot of welcoming call through from the industries and the strength of it. So as it is faster enough, the strength of the objects may be questionable, and also the material options. So a large material options is also a problematic thing, because few materials may not be adapted to this technique. Though I found in a newspaper claiming that this year they may going to release a 3D printer with $8,000. I can't believe it. So it's nearly a few lakhs to crores of machinery is found in few countries where they're actually following the 3D printing. It's already been implemented, but the cost of it is very high. To bring it down to the people, and even I found the same article claims that various printing masters like HP, Canon are also working hard to make it and give it to the normal people. So let me conclude this topic here. So where the days are not so far, you may going to get your suited dress, even the prototype designed by 3D printing. So future can be able to anything. You cannot say even that could be possible in near future. So that is the end of my topic. So next lecture is about Noble Trinity of Asia. I'm going to introduce you three noble, I can say, the pearls that are being hidden for a long time, even to the eyes of the scientific world. So next topic is about that. So I'll meet you soon with this lecture.